वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
Let us say the two prayers in unison. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavid. Next prayer, let us chant together. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mruchyorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Revered Swamiji, who is conspicuous by his absence, learned colleagues, committed non-teaching staff, and dear disciplined students, I am very happy to stand before you on this pleasant morning. Please turn to page 81. In this small book, please turn to page 81. We know the words of Vivekananda are simply words of wisdom, because those words convey the gems of thought. Power-packed quotes, and there is such wisdom in all the words spoken by Swami Vivekananda. Those words show how deeply he studied human nature and how great his understanding of life is. Let's see the lines. Ask nothing, want nothing in return, give what you have to give, it will come back to you. But do not think of that now. It will come back multiplied 1,000-fold. But the attention must not be on that. Yet have the power to give. Give, and there it ends. Ask therefore nothing in return, but the more you give, the more will come to you. The quicker you can empty the air out of this room, the quicker it will be filled up by the external air. And mediocre people, common people, ordinary people like us, when we help others, when we render some help for the other, we expect a lot in return. We expect the other man to give it back, to help us. Or else we will say constantly keep reminding ourselves, I have helped X, I have helped Y. Or we will even remind that X, Y, Z, no, say, I have helped you. Do you remember? Is it working? Is the pen that I have given, is it writing? Okay. So that the other person will also feel a bit inferior. Why have I taken his help? But great people, when they help, they are not conscious of it. They do it without any hope of returns. And also in the course of time, they will forget but that help will not go in vain. What Swamiji says, give more and more will come back to you. And what happened in America in the late 1900s? There is a place some 30 kilometers from the city of New York, and it was night, very cold, it was also raining, and an old couple, they were traveling to New York, but 30 kilometers away from New York, it was night, they wanted to rest, they wanted to stay somewhere during the night. And they went to a roadside hotel, and they just asked for a room. But the night clerk there, he said, I'm sorry, there is no vacancy, no rooms. And he also said, even if you go to other hotels in this area, you will not get any rooms. Okay. And the old couple, they were crestfallen. Chilly weather, night, where can we go? Where can we stay? And they were simply feeling helpless. And again, this man, this night clerk, he was just studying them. And he started empathizing, oh, what a miserable condition, say they are in, what a tough time they are in. So I must do something for them. And he said, again, he called them back and said, sir, I have a room of my own, but it's a very small room. I can give it to you for this night. Will it be okay? Then he called his maid, Mary, go and clean the room. And soon she returned and said, sir, this room is ready. And the old couple were accommodated in that small room. The night passed, the morning they took leave of the old couple, they took leave of this night clerk. And this night clerk, he forgot everything. Several years passed. And in New York City, what happened? A very big hotel came up. And it was ready to be opened. And they were to appoint a manager. And one person was asking the owner of the hotel, sir, you have not appointed anyone to this manager's post. Will you advertise for the post? Then the old man said, no need to advertise. My manager is ready. He's already there in my mind. And finally they sent word to this night clerk after several years. The night clerk was, and the message was in the name of Astoria. And he said, who is this Astoria and why do they call me to New York? So then he went. And there was a big gathering, and this night clerk, whose name was George Bolt, he was received very well. And the old couple, the gentleman, he said, do you remember me? No, sir, I don't remember. Do you remember that cold, chilly, rainy night when you helped me like anything? Yes, sir, I recall it. Now, I am the owner of this hotel, and I have decided to appoint you the manager. So from today, you are the manager. And this George Bolt, the night clerk, he became manager. And in the course of time, what happened, after several years, the hotel, it grew up like anything. And George Bolt, his next generation people, they became partners, and they also became, in the course of time, owners of the hotel. And that hotel, Astoria Hotel, today, it has so many branches in several countries. And that's how George Bolt, who helped the old man, that was his nature. It was in his nature. He never expected any return or say any reward. He simply helped. But how his life changed. So we already have a say. God helps those who help themselves. But we can also say, God helps those who help others. So that's how when we know about such people, we feel very motivated and very inspired. And how true are the words of Swami Vivekananda, okay? What he said, you have the power to give and there it ends. Ask therefore nothing in return. But the more you give, the more will come to you. It's a great words of Vivekananda. And I am thankful to our Swamiji and also our Samyog Sir for having given me this nice chance, okay, to stand before all my disciplined students. Thank you all.